Lucy, good evening. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Now, we're in unprecedented times. It's been a roller coaster for everybody, I think, over this last 10, 11 weeks. But I don't know many people that have started a new chapter in their career until you. So, so tell us what you've been up to, and tell us about the new chapter in your career.
Thank you. So it wasn't exactly the start I'd hoped. When I decided to jump ship from my previous firm and join the fantastic team at Freeths, I was looking at a very different world, one that was full of opportunity, full of really buoyant environment in which we were all working, and so it was a very exciting time. Disappeared off on then leave. Spent a bit of time with the children, planning to go away, and then obviously lockdown happened, and then became mum, teacher, chef, everything else, and had to start coping with moving the children to being homeschooled, etc. With a new job looming. So the new job started with me having 2 children at home, a husband that was a key worker, and in a very unprecedented environment. So it wasn't exactly the start I had planned.
And the team that you've gone to join at Freeths, tell us about the team, the department there.
So I've joined the real estate team at Freeths, but I spend a sort of a 50% role. So I'm doing pure real estate, and I work with Leo Skinner in the drinks, hospitality and leisure sector for their leisure team, And so I'm sort of splitting my time between the two, but with a real estate background.
So, I mean, those sectors that you've mentioned are probably have been hit the most over this last 10, 11 weeks. How do you see the rest of this year? I appreciate that you're only a few weeks into your new role. I suppose really you're going to be extremely busy. How do you see it panning out for the rest of this year and next?
So, I mean, I think with anything, there's opportunities. A lot of the clients that we're speaking to are obviously nervous about the future. There's had to be a real hard look at ourselves in the mirror about what we're hoping to achieve this financial year and into the next. There's the requirement for everyone to start talking. So a lot of the things that I've been doing over the last couple of weeks, which has been actually really helpful, is the ability to talk. There's no real pressure on me to do lots and lots of legal work. There's a lot of opportunity for me to speak to people, so I'm spending my time reconnecting with people and engaging with new clients and new relationships, etc. So that's been brilliant, and being able to offer an ear, so offering an ear and talking about our experiences as lawyers and how we would help people as they look forward to the future. So how we would help them with the situation that's they're in at the moment, how we would help them deal with restructure and replanning for the future, and potentially having a look at their property portfolio about how they'll utilise it going forward, and whether that is maybe reducing the amount of property they've got in their portfolio, or using it in a different way, so re-gearing their leases, or engaging with the landlords about how to use their properties differently in the future.
It's a really valid point that you make there about communication. I think one thing that I've definitely learned through this last 10, 11 weeks is the benefits of online communication, and we can certainly have more meetings online than what we can do face to face. But I think just talking to each other, whether that be peers and associates, and learning from one another. So it's really pleasing to hear that, certainly from a legal perspective, it's very much sort of all ears open and an open book policy with people to just try and bridge that gap and help each other. Because one thing's for certain, we as a business community, and I don't just mean Milton Keynes and Northamptonshire, but as a nation, we will come through this and we'll be stronger together at the end of it. For those, I mean, Freeths is actually a big firm, but probably not as well known in Milton Keynes as what it maybe should be, considering the size. So just for the audience that are watching this, Lucy, just give us a bit of a snapshot summary of Freeths overall, from not just a Milton Keynes perspective, but nationwide.
So Freeths is a firm that is national. It's a national law firm. It's got 13 offices. It has nearly 1,000 staff. So it's a big firm, and it facilitates each office is allowed to act independently of the main body. So the really good thing about it is you're allowed to be entrepreneurial in your own office, which is fantastic. So whilst you've got the support network of a bigger firm, which is obviously great from an admin function and accountancy function, you've got the ability to go after, and support the local market. And I think that is fundamentally important. And the fact that even with a national firm, you can look at someone like Milton Keynes and say, we're here, we're open for business, and we're here to support businesses in that local market.
Brilliant. So Freeths are based in central Milton Keynes. This will go out on all of our social channels. So for anybody that's watching this that wants to just have a no obligation conversation around their property portfolio, they can connect with you on LinkedIn and drop you a message and arrange a phone call and see how that goes.
I'd be absolutely delighted to speak to anyone who's got any issues or just wants to just have a chat about the market generally. I'm very happy to have a chat with anybody.
Okay. Well, Lucy, from everybody at All Things Business, we will see you in your new office. I don't know when, but we will. But we all wish you the very best of luck in the next chapter of your career.
Thank you so much, Ben. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.